Who's first? Who's first? Matt. Matt is first. Ooh, Matt broke Smelly's streak. Oh, I reckon Smelly will have something to say about that. That he will. Well, contrary to popular belief, Red is not dead. Brady, how you doing, man? I've been doing well. FRA, I wouldn't, I don't steal things. They just know quality content. Oh! Got him! Bill, how you doing? General Couts? We're not doing shot per sub. I drank plenty enough already tonight. Brady, of course I remember you, bud. I remember all of my normals here on my streams. Everybody here is a regular. Fuck am I wearing? This is my not. Yes. So, Red has some news. Beef stew is in the house. That's not the news, but he's in the house. Red has joined the Nightswatch. Red has joined the Nightswatch. That is why I'm wearing this hot ass cloak. And Noah already with the RP. Damn, not skipping a beat, are you, son? Hold on, I gotta. Nork. The hell does Nork mean, Bryce? Don't go Nork yourself. There you go. That's what it means. Nork. Nobody look. No one look. Matt, I missed being here, but I've been busy. I've been exhausted. I've been doing a lot. So, shameful as it is to say, Red has been absent as of late. Not doing much, but there is upcoming in, what's the next month? July 17th, 18th, and 19th, Dogwood Pass. Red will be getting footage. Hopefully by then I will have an SD card for my GoPro, and I will be putting that on the end of my carbine. We are doing Morgan's Raid. For those of you who don't know who General Morgan is, he basically, how people say Sherman ravaged the South, General Morgan did the same to the North. His whole idea was to draw the Union's army away, draw the Union Army's attention towards him because he was attacking their homes, just like Sherman was doing in the South, and he was actually hunted down and caught. The 4th Ohio was one of the main aspects of that hunt. General Couts also led the 2nd Cav, I believe it was. 2nd Cav, I think it was, and caught Morgan. It was a hard hunt, but Morgan was eventually caught. That is what Morgan's Raid is about. We go in and raid the town and teach General Morgan a lesson. Yeah. Sometimes we play Confederates during this one. Sometimes we play Union. That's just how she works. But either way, I will talk to my sergeant, see if it's okay for me to put my GoPro on there if he's fine with it. If not, I'll have to find some other way to mount it. But I'll figure something out for you guys. No promising on video quality, though. No promises. Firsty. My dad got 1860 Henry. Nice. So how's everybody been doing? How have the Liberators been doing? Guys, you know who I just noticed is not here? Someone we can all get a hint of with our nose. He is not here. Sherman, hey pal, how you doing? How you doing, bud? How you doing, huh? And I'm walking. I'm streaming here. Y'all can't see what I'm playing with because it's illegal. I did not. I'll have to look up your Schofield vid because I love the Schofield. Doing all right for now? Liberator. Yeah. Noah, you're a liberator, dude. You're a sub to Red. You're a liberator, man. Yeah, for the apologies for the late stream. I was hanging out with my cousin and we were just shooting the shit, eating chicken wings, sausages, taking shots, smoking cigars. We were just having a gay old time. And then it happened. The neighbors started complaining. So I had no choice. I didn't want to, guys, but I had no choice, okay? I had to unleash. I had to unleash the Roman Legion. Iron, hey, bud. Yeah, actually, I don't know if I've shown this knife off for yet, but I have a Roman Legion dagger, which traditionally was paired with a gladius. But what I love about it is the blade work says SPQR. Here, let me get a good look up on that. That is the designation of a Roman legionary. That would actually be tattooed on them, which is I find very cool. Sort of like how we have dog tags. I don't know much about Rome, but as I understand it, they were badasses. What else do I have here? Oh yeah, I got an air gun here. That doesn't work for shit. Yo. Nope. I do actually have a gladius to go with it as well, which is really cool. But that's not the sword of a Night's Watchman. Hold on, let me go get a proper sword for the Night's Watch. Because, come on, it's Red's channel, for crying out loud. If Red doesn't have a sword or something like that in a video, it's just not a liberated video. Yes. This one will do. Now, who's ready to kill some wildlings, eh? I actually kind of think I look good with this. You don't think Viking enough? I'm a Night's Watchman. I'm a brother of the Night's Watch. I once fought next to Jon Snow. I'm Samuel Tarly. Yeah. Yeah. Iron, this is not a Crusader sword, so to say. It is a European longsword. One of my favorite blades, one of the ones I know how to use very well because I have, especially this one, because I have sparred with it enough times to get a good feel for how it moves, which points is pivotal for the. I don't know many proper terms for fencing. All I know is how to use this. And the first lesson, pointy end goes in the bad guy. Step, step. Yeah, boys, we are almost to 200 subs, and I don't know how. I know everybody here knows. Once we reach 200 subs, Red is doing a 24-hour live stream with general counts, and there may be some sword play, there may be some blowing shit up, there may be blowing of balloons. What? Yeah. Okay. That sucked. Iron, there is a good chance that Crusaders might have used something like this. I'm not exactly 100% sure what time period what period this would actually be correct for. But I know a lot of the Crusaders would have used European long swords or short swords, considering that their armor was made primarily of a lot of chainmail, some shoulder pauldrons, a great helm, depending on what crusade you're going on, where you are from. Like those from Jerusalem would have had a different armor. The Teutonic Knights, being from Germany, would have a different styled armor. The Templar Crusaders, being from, let's say, France, they had a different style armor. It all depends on what region of Europe they came from. Just like today in the U.S., depending on where you're from, you have a style of clothing, a style of speech, a way you move around. Sherman, I don't know. I don't know. I got a lot to do, man. I forgot what date it is. I'll talk more on my memories and losing thereof later. Hold on. Wait a second. What is this? Fresh air. Uh-oh.
Red!
There's Volt.
Is that red?
You know what? This is not the sword for a crusade. I know what sword is for a crusade, but let me fix my light right quick.
How you been, Red?
I've been sensational. Enough of the cloak.
It's a nice cloak. I've seen many New Jersey hunters doff the cloak like.
This is a sword for a crusade.
I
Yes.
like that sword. I'd use that sword.
Yes, Sherman. I do remember the burn I got at Old West Fest. I still have this.
I think no one.
What? I know how to use sword.
No, you see, what you got to do is you got to cover that in blood, and
Then just going.
And the really hardcore people will be going, little.
Oh, I just thought of something. This is not the sword. Why would I use this when I have a Damascus blade?
This is for.
Damascus.
Yeah, I didn't go. Ooh.
This is so well put together. Just doing this rings the entire blade. don't know. Have I ever shown the pattern on this Damascus? I don't know if I can. There she is. Look at that.
That's cool.
That's all the way throughout the blade, throughout the handguard. The handguard itself is made of that Damascus. It is spectacular. Did you guys hear the big news on Reddit? The big news on Reddit. Rick Astley, the man who's saying never going to give you up, has been Rickrolled.
Oh.
Yes, I remember seeing the post. I remember reading it. I remember everything. Rick Astley has been Rickrolled. Finally, some light in the shining darkness of the bullshit that has been happening all around with the corona, with the killings, with the protests, with the burning of Wendy's, with, World War III on the brink of destruction again, with the aliens coming down to probe our behinds. Everything Rick Astley has been Rickrolled. Expect the little things and enjoy them. That is how you live a happy life.
I'm not going to lie. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I have no idea what Rickroll.
You don't know what Rickrolling is? Bill?
I think Bill.
Bill, show him what Rickrolling is.
Is that what that is?
Without the cancer.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Sorry, I don't like using my phone for this.
That's okay. Well, I think Red's gonna hurt us.
I can gun.
Oh no. He's gonna put his sword on the bottom of that gun and kill us all.
Fix bayonets!
You know what's like my favorite video ever is of that California district representative who's holding like a 30 caliber submachine gun. And he's like, this is a 30 caliber machine gun. It can shoot 30 bullets in 1 second. I'm like, oh my god. Oh.
Bringing back the old Browning 30 cals.
Yeah, or what was it? There was another one was this is a armor-piercing incendiary round, meaning it seeks out heat on its own. Oh my god, I saw that and I literally wanted to bash my head in with a rock.
They're just dumb. Oh, like the what about the health representative that said, whatever you do, refrain from touching your face, and immediately to turn the page, she licks her thumb to turn the page. And I'm just like, hold on. Refrain from touching face.
That's so funny, though. That's really funny.
It's like going, refrain from sneezing into your hand. They just wipe it on some guy's vest. Just.
Or, yeah. A lot of weird people out there today.
Oh, yeah. You know what, though? Work has been pissing me off. And yeah, it's just been a stressful week for Red. Clone, we got Matt and Bryce in the chat here.
Hello.
Matt is the one that is not cancerous. Bill is very contagious. All right, hold on. Smelly sent me a leak. Am I going to get Rickrolled? Oh, nope, I can't leave. I can't leave, Smelly. I'm sorry. It'll close the stream.
You want me to click on it for you, Red?
Yes, please.
Oh, I don't want to. Hang on, let me copy it and post it incognito.
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 Bill Williamson.
Like a virus, I'm going to be very pissed.
Did you know that I actually voice acted Dutch? Huh. That was actually trivia. I did Arthur Morgan.
Yeah, you would have gotten Rickrolled. You would have gotten Rickrolled. I saved you, Red.
Thank you, Matt. You're a good soldier. Have a promotion.
I don't want to be promoted. I want to stay a private.
I don't care. You're a private first class now. I can do both John and Arthur. Come on, Dutch.
I did like Red Dead Redemption 2. It was quite good. I will say though, it's one of those games though. I think I can only play once. I can't play it again and again.
I'm spacing myself out because if I tend to binge on a game, then I'll never want to play it again. Like Skyrim, I've done every quest. I've beaten the storyline. I've counted 150 times.
I see.
Yeah. Oh shit! Clone done got me as a profile picture.
Picture.
Come on, Arthur.
I remember I found the Civil War Hardy hat in the fort, and I wore it like throughout the whole game. It was great.
Oh, you know what? That hat pisses me off.
I like it.
Well, no. It's a Hardy hat, so infantry.
Yeah.
It's got cross sabers.
Mm-hmm.
And a red hat cord.
You sound just like a Tunche right now.
No, because I'm complaining that it's not historically accurate. Afton Shay's like, oh, it's just he Confederate.
I will mention his name. You saw his Nazi roommate video, and you did not know that.
We just mentioned it.
We mentioned it.
For the next one to mention his name gets one of these.
Thanks. Fine. The one who cannot be mentioned, who makes the videos we do not approve of, but has probably one funny video.
We do not talk about Belle Delphine here.
Okay, now. Well.
Never mind. Hold on. I'll be right back, boys.
Okay.
My dad
Who's
needs something.
Wait, who's in charge?
Spike.
Oh. Go away, Spike. I don't trust you.
Spike, you're allowed to eat a couple of them if they misbehave. No hawking loogies. What's up?
So, Bryce. What's the haps?
I don't know.
Are you happy that today is the anniversary of the declaration of war by America on Great Britain in the War of 1812?
Kinda.
Well, you say it's more of a stalemate, though, at the end of that war.
Yeah, I'd also say the Bush won. The Bush.
Yeah, more of them. Uh-oh. He's back. I like the shirt, though. It fits him nice. He's got a gun!
Actually, this is my sniper rifle for pellets. Best part is, it's like set up like a what the hell is it? PU scope. I can use both the scope. Let me see if I can line up. There we are. The scope and the iron sights. Whenever I damn well please. Although I do have to focus in a scope because one little jostle and it's all messed up and it fell the other day. Ooh, Thigarth. Red has a lot of Thigarth. But yeah, with this live stream, I figure I'd give a small update on Red and his current status.
A good status, I hope.
I wish I could agree.
Make me sad.
This is going to get a little personal, but yeah, sometimes you just gotta do that.
You got me and Bryce here for you, mate.
That better be spelled with an M and an 8. If not, then Bryce is dying.
Me and Bryce spells MEIGHT instead.
Sorry, Bryce.
Kill the rebel. Kill the rebel. Kill the rebel with the vomit-colored hat.
So,
You're gonna kill.
Kill the rebel with the vomit-colored hat.
and the Farb
You can't touch this.
and the Farb boots.
I got him better shit.
All right. You were saying, Red.
So for those of you who don't know, a few months ago, well, almost a year now, I had several seizures within a month. Three to four seizures within a month. Ever since those, I can basically feel my memory deteriorating. I can't remember very many fond memories of my childhood. I had to remember who my cousin was who passed away, and after I attended his funeral. My aunt says that her father's birthday was a couple days ago, and I had to think to who that was. And he's one of the men I admire the most. He fought for several years being a Korean prisoner of war, getting beaten daily for years to come back home. And I forgot why that was important to me. What significant event in my life was special that I fight. And it took me a bit, and I remembered it was when my brain swelled, and I'll admit I was on the brink of death, and I was highly considering tossing in the towel. It was a rough patch in Red's life, but he overcame it just like as we all can overcome anything we put our mind to. And I would say things I can't remember, but I just can't remember them. I couldn't remember who one of my aunts was who died of diabetes, so I take much inspiration from and try to do my best to treat my diabetes so I don't die as she did. And I see the impact that's had on her son, and the fact that they just had a baby, or my cousin just had a baby, and she never got to meet her grandchild. It's a tough one, but that's one of the main reasons Red's been gone is he's been trying to cope with it. It's not easy forgetting some of your childhood friends, heroes, idols, some of your fond memories with friends you'll never be able to make it up again because they're dead. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick explanation why I've been absent. And I hope that makes up for the lack of liberated content. That's all I wanted to say.
You're all good. Don't worry about it. All right?
Other than that, work's been a
We're
bitch.
just a bunch of random people on YouTube. Focus more on you.
No, you see, y'all are a bunch of more than a random bunch of people on YouTube. Shit, I've already gotten on the band train, so why not ride it to the next stop? Red doesn't have very many friends out there. Like I said, most of them are either dead, don't talk to anymore, prison, they're just not around. So a lot of Red's time is cooped up in a house with his parents and his niece, who all live under the same roof, and everything is hectic. Yes, Sherman, you're one of my friends, bud. You are. But there was a time when I had many friends I could call on, and I never would have expected at 22 to be running out of people I could call on. It's not an easy thing to get through, especially when you got some people who completely want to break you down, no matter what your condition may be. Not too long ago, 10 years ago, I was on a bike track and I fell off of a jump, and I landed under my bike and my peg dug into my hip. So when it gets real humid, I have a hard time walking without a limp because it shoots all through my hip, all the way down my leg. It's just a painful son of a bitch. Well, working in the back room at work, it gets very humid back there, so often I will limp. And I've talked to doctors about it, and all I keep on hearing is, "Well, go see a doctor. Go see a doctor." I have, and they said there's nothing they can do for it. It's just a injury that I'm going to have to live with forever. Which I'm like, it's just a limp. If anything, I'll get a cane and make it a pimp lip. I guess. But yeah, I consider you guys my friends. So y'all are amazing people. The fact that I'm just sitting here ranting about how sad I am right at the moment, and y'all are listening, is meaning a lot to me. Hell, even Spike's emotional.
We're here for you. Besides, we're reenactors. We already knew each other before we knew each other.
This is true. But I knew something was wrong when I looked over and Spike was crying one day. And on top of that, Red also having a very painful moment near a very certain male region with a very painful lump. And I don't know what road that's going to take either. I don't have time to go to see a doctor. I don't have the funds to afford to go see a doctor, so I am literally playing this out by year. So I don't know if this is going to be something that's going to be permanently damaging or if it's just one of those random ass lumps that shows up and goes away. I'm hoping it's that, but if it hinders me not able to have a child, I'm going to be severely pissed and I'm going to kick its ass. Like I kick everything's ass who dare tries to oppose me or keep me down. But yeah, that's just that's the big 10-4 on Red's condition at the moment. Not the greatest. Some may say the worst. I just see it as life. We'll get kicked down.
He'll pull through, Red. I know it.
I mean, we all get kicked down, and we all have that choice to either stay down and keep on getting kicked, or stand back up and kick back.
Yeah.
I've never been one to stay down, even when the doctors told me that I had a small percentage of surviving my brain swelling. I refused to listen. I pulled through with minor injuries. And I don't know if this memory loss is some late-term effects of that or the seizures where I am now missing bits of my tongue and more dents in my head than I'd like to admit. If my head was shaved right now, it would look like a toy race car track. It really would, with a whole bunch of divots and craters. But with that being said, all of us can do it no matter what we're facing. We can all get back up, look whatever is trying to keep us down in the eye, and just smile. So we know no matter what they do, we're going to get back up. You can shoot us, you can stab us, you can poison us. But the will of a human being is determined by that person. We all have the will to go through anything. We all have the will to walk through hell with a smile. And when the devil greets us, he'll know he has too much trouble on his hand to handle. And I don't think this is some way of saying I'm quitting YouTube, because no. I enjoy it too much, except editing the videos because that's a pain in the ass. But I do hope you. I can't tell for myself because I can't. That's why I like to hear back from you guys in the comments. How's the content doing? Is there anything I can improve on? That's what I want you guys to do from here on out. If the video sucked, tell me, hey, dude, it sucked. Here's what I think you needed to do better, and I'll make note of that in the future and I'll fix it. To the best I can. Until I get a proper PC setup, though, I'm afraid that, my phone and this crappy resolution right here is all that we can deal with. And I'm trying to work that into my my purchase list of what I'm going to get. And who knows, even with a PC, maybe then I'll be able to provide some gameplay for you guys on YouTube. I do I've tried to stream on Twitch, but I keep on crashing. So I'm hoping maybe I can continue that series here on YouTube at some point, which, for those of you who don't know, it's a Fallout 3 playthrough. It's one of my favorite games. It's one of the first games I actually got involved in other than Halo. I literally think my gaming career went Spyro, Halo, Fallout 3, and ever since then that's it. But I know I'm going into one of Red's rambles, but back to the subject at hand, no matter what happens, we can all, even, I want to just say this from my experience. When my brain was swelling, I looked death right in the face and laughed because he didn't know what kind of fight he had on his hands to try to take me away from those who matter to me. He didn't know he was dealing with the meanest, toughest son of a bitch Ohio has to offer. He didn't know that he was messing with the liberated one, with the red. And he lost. Bad. He walked away with more broken bones than Evel Knievel had in his whole career. And I hope what I'm saying here is inspiring you guys in a way to, in a weird way, help others who are going through a rough time. Be there for you. Be there for them as you would like them to be there for you. Because no matter how tough or how strong you think you are, everybody needs help from time to time. I hate to admit it, but I do. I rarely call on people for help, but when I do, they pull through because I always help them. If anyone ever needs help, never hesitate to help them, especially if it's someone a loved one. And always, and this is going to sound really cheesy, when you leave that loved one, always say I love you, because you never know when the last time you'll be able to say that is. It doesn't matter if they're young, old, newborn, or even just someone that a family member you rarely see. That may be the last time you ever see them. Could be just a car accident, someone dies, or so they move away, and you never get to see them again, not knowing what happened. And it's just unpredictable. That's just the way life is. It's just how we live. That's always how life has been. Nothing's ever going to change from that. Accidents happen. We can't if we could predict them, they wouldn't be accidents. We would just be stupid for following through with them. But we're not. We're not stupid. That's just a fact. I mean, shit. Look at what we accomplished. We've been to the moon, for God's sakes. We've sent robots to Mars. We've almost rid the world of polio. We just have a few more obstacles we need to get over, and then we've won. Which is why I'm starting to donate to a diabetes research fund. Because I remember what it was like growing up with diabetes. It was very tough, and yes, you can get bullied for being a diabetic. I was. And there were many a times where I was beat. I was hit for being a diabetic. I didn't understand it at the time. I had no control over this disease. I caught it from a flu shot. I got a cold, and the flu shot attacked my pancreas instead of the cold. I had no I had no idea why I was sick. All I knew was I was in the hospital, and my class was sending me get well soon cards, and I was building things with Lowe's. I didn't know what was going to happen. And one of the first things my doctor tells me is, if you don't take care of yourself, this will kill you. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. It will kill you. That's just always how it's been. That's always how it's going to be. I can't fix how I am. No one can fix how I am. But we just got to keep on pushing. Keep on keeping on. I kind of wish I had gotten all that written down, because that was some good shit. Like I said, no matter what it is, set your shoulders back, plant your feet, and smile. Because no matter what, they can't make you stop smiling. Don't have to show a smile on your face. You be smiling on the inside. They can't break that unless you let them. So my question to you gonna let them break that smile, or are you just gonna keep on chugging along? And if there's anyone out there, any liberator out there who's thinking about letting them break that smile, just remember who you got at your back, bud. I won't let them. All you need to do is ask for help. Noah's saying that we need to torture Smelly. I don't think so. Smelly's a good guy. But to kind of get us off this emotional roller coaster, Matt, say something funny. Bryce calls cancer. I'm going to go see why my phone is going crazy.
Okay. I actually have something right here, Civil War related. About this time, where is it? Hang on one sec. One second. I have a funny story, actually, from an excerpt of the book I shared with you on Discord, the Brother Against Brother. It actually is the anniversary in about a day or two of it. One sec. No, that's not it. That's here it is. June 20th, Lesland Plantation, Culpeper County, Virginia. The two daughters of the one captain from the Orange County Rangers snuck past enemy lines, both Confederate and Union, and the naval blockade with the aid of Elizabeth Homered, a.k.a. Dizzy Miss Lizzie Homered, and proceeded to catch a train in Washington, D.C., and take it to Newark and to around northern New Jersey area to safety. Funny story.
Dizzy Miss Lizzie, what a woman.
And she did this 17 times over the whole entire course of the war. And the funny part is she was only able to do this through the sleaziness of herself and Jubal A. Early.
So I wonder, you think Early might have got Miss Lizzie a little dizzy?
I'm trying to find it. There was a thing about it. They were holding a dinner, and she was trying to find out through the positioning of all the encampments, both Union and Confederate, so she could sneak past the lines and get to Washington, D.C., because you do not tell a woman she can't be fashionable.
You know, I just like to think that every time she goes through a picket line or something, she does. And you got to think, these boys have been out in the field for at least a few months by now. Not seen a woman. All she has to do is undo her blouse a bit. And they're just like, oh, yeah, you go ahead. Go that way. And then she meets like the one gay guy, and she's like, shit.
Yeah, here it is. The buoyant Elizabeth Miss Lizzie Homered, a bright-eyed social gadfly and notorious Orange County busybody who was determined not to let anything as silly as a civil war interrupt her pursuit of eligible young men in Virginia or her travels. She intercepted General Jubal A. Early coming out of the dining room as she arrived and talked him into giving her an extremely detailed briefing on the placement of all Yankee military camps so that she could plan the safest route to visit someone in Winchester whom she suspected was going to throw a party.
I like that. Hey, I want to go to a party. I need to know where all your men are.
And later in the book, the person who's holding the party Her name is Millie Halsey. She's friends with Dizzy Miss Lizzie Homered. Her husband, who is a captain in the Orange County Rangers, is like, oh my unholy God, you left our children with that sleazebag. Let's see if I can find it. It was actually really funny. This is like a 400-page book.
Just, you don't understand. There is a party and I need to attend. Why do you need to go? Fashion.
There's a lot of stuff in here. This also mentions the 23rd Corps quite a few times, actually. So there's a lot of that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did I can't recall because I'm getting a little tired because it's a long day at work. We've getting nothing but big dogs in recently. And although we did have a 6-month-old Labrador today, so that was incredible. But I am doing my best to maintain a decent schedule with YouTube. I know I have been absent for a while. For the time being, those may become frequent because of the way work has been. And excuse me. Because the final dogs haven't been getting there until about 3 in the afternoon. I start work at about 7:30. No, maybe 8 o'clock. So my days are from 8 to 3:30 lifting dogs, which can put a toll on you. I don't know if a lot of y'all lift dogs like I do. Smelly, if you don't stop crying, then I'm going to give you a tissue. But don't think this is the end of Red. No. It's just, let's consider it a build-up to a tremendous return. I don't even think it's that. Excuse me. I don't even think it's a tremendous return build-up. I think it's just, Red's tired. Exhausted. And, he's running out of content and material, so he needs to build up some stuff, do some more research, and
you'll find more stuff. Don't you worry.
Oh, I know I will. I just need to take the time and find it because it's pretty obvious that Red is still fairly new to the YouTube screenplay. But I'm working my way around. I'm working my way up to get more comfortable. I don't stutter as much on camera as I used to.
You're doing fine, man.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I know I'm doing good, but I feel as if I'm getting better, is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not talking as fast. I'm talking slower, more clearly. Yes. Oh, Smelly. Smelly sent me something on the cord of this. Smelly.
What did he say?
Oh no, it's okay. It's Buzz. It's like a Buzz Lightyear, cursed Buzz Lightyear face. It says, "When the school shooter is just about to kill himself, and your Skechers light up." Dude, that's why you wear Heelys, man. You could have rolled your ass out of there.
That's a little dark, but okay.
Yeah. Well, I can make those jokes because my school had on the verge of a school shooting. So one of the kids there was shot and killed. I like how, just dropped that bombshell that one of the kids that went to Red's high school was shot and killed. Yeah, there's a lot more to Red that meets the eye. There are many stories Red could tell. Some are terrifying, some are funny, some will completely turn your outlook on Red and what kind of a POS he is. I mean, I know I am. I've
You're
done a
not
lot of.
POS.
Oh no, I've done a lot of bad shit in my life.
You're a reenactor. That's the tenets of a reenactor.
Oh no, not dude. Sherman, the link to the Discord is in the description alone, down below, along with my Patreon and CNC Celery if you wish to go check that out. Which,
Sherman, do not come to Texas, I beg of you.
me? Don't come to Texas?
Come to Texas?
Oh no, I'm talking.
Come to Texas? All right, I'm coming to Texas.
I come on Texas every time I see
I mean,
you.
if you want to come to Texas and see the reenactments, you.
I will show up there in my colonel's uniform and be like, "Sup, bitches?"
The knife does not bow to no pathetic colonel.
See, here's the thing, though. I'm a Southern Yankee, you son of a bitch.
This is true. I'm a Northern Yankee.
Anyone who does not bow will taste my sword.
Here, Bryce, I'm going to book a flight right now to Texas. You have gear for me?
Hey, fun fact.
You have gear for me?
We have lunar gear.
Take it. All right, what's the cheapest I can go?
I like that one, Smelly.
All right, now the better question is, around where do you live?
I am not telling.
Okay, I'll just fly into a major one that's cheap.
He lives in Austin.
He lives in Austin.
Matt.
Okay.
No, my mistake. Houston.
Houston?
See, he thinks he's clever by going close. Well, there's two probabilities where you live. It's either Houston, Texas, or Austin, Texas. Those are the two main frequent areas where people speak of being from. And judging by the reenactments he's posted along the ways and the roads of which he says, a lot of the places don't have roads quite like that, except for Austin and Houston. My uncle used to live there. He tells me about it all the time, especially the way the green grass is there. So you got to look at these subtle hints, and that's where you can definitely pinpoint where someone lives. That's what makes me dangerous.
Exactly.
Are you some kind of?
You could.
No, Bryce. I'm a fucking genius.
Okay, I can fly Spirit Airlines for $63.
That's actually not bad.
I can't have a carry-on though, and they're probably going to be very rude.
Wait. Is it first class or coach?
Oh, it's just regular.
Oh, coach. Yeah.
This is for true.
Hey, right. When the when the corona first broke out, you can get a round trip to Hawaii and back for $34.
You can still do that. You can book. You can book the plane tickets. Plane tickets are good for up to 2 years.
Oh, dude, my next paycheck, I'm gonna be fucking booking.
It is at the discretion of the company if they would like to refund you the money without telling. But usually, if you pick a day that's like far in the future, they'll probably leave you alone.
Florida, I'm contemplating hiding in a parliamentary state.
Parliament, no.
No, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the American colonies with that Britishness.
Well, technically, if you think about it, the American government is set up the same way as a parliament. Just all the names are changed.
I'm sorry. I believe in for the people, by the people, of the people.
Yes, I'm well aware. This is not Canada.
No. They have a president, but they just name it a prime minister.
Prime minister?
Hold on, boys. There's something wrong under here. I'll be right back.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Boogity, boogity, boogity. And I just found the excerpt. Yay. I found it. Father was livid that the two girls had been spirited away from the south and wrote his wife he was startled, surprised, and mortified that he had sent them north on what he called a desperate adventure. The best way to call it is, in times of profound peace, you would have hardly judged it prudent to start two helpless schoolgirls off on such a trip utterly unprovided, with means and unprotected, and under such a sleazy escort as Miss Lizzie. Your family pride and position would have shrunk from throwing your children out as beggars upon anybody's charity.
What'd you call me?
I didn't call you that.
Hey, Bryce. I know how I can make you Texas boys bow.
Oh.
Because I have...
could
I got the Texas toothpick.
Oh.
Do you think just a regular toothpick's gonna make us?
But when he puts it through your stomach, yeah.
He's never seen the Texas toothpick.
I have. I've seen many a Texas toothpick.
That looks dangerous.
He's not watching the stream, is he?
It looks like a double-sided survival knife. Doesn't even look like a bolo, really.
Those are actually kitchen knives. Chef mates, I do believe.
World War I Bodo knife. Whee!
Bryce, just go ahead and look at the stream real quick. See the Texas toothpick.
That looks dangerous. That looks like something you get at like the New Jersey boardwalk after you got like 50,000 tickets.
It's funny that New Jersey has all these weapons against restrictions. Or
That would definitely be on there.
restrictions against weapons, and yet Match is like, dude, you can get that for like 15 tickets at the boardwalk.
You could.
Then
I have
immediately,
many combs.
then immediately get it taken away.
Yeah, you don't mess with them. See, the thing is, though, in my state, it's more of no one really knows, and the state police is just not going to bother.
So it's a don't ask, don't tell scenario.
Yeah, basically, yeah. The government's kind of, we want this done, we want this. State police says we can't do it, and they say, okay, we're going to get rid of it, actually.
So it's
Politics.
so since it's I can't take your guns. Well, you can't have your guns. Hold on, Red's
Yeah,
going
that's happening
Red's going to get cool right
in
quick.
New Jersey, especially with gun laws. They passed the magazine ban. State police said can't enforce it, and they reversed it right away. I can see.
Oh my God! Have you seen that one meme? Where it's basically this lady carrying a sign saying, "We're going to take your guns," right? And on the bottom, you know what? Red?
Yo, I'm listening.
Oh, I'm sorry. And you know Doc Holliday, right?
Yeah.
And basically, at the bottom it says it's Doc Holliday saying, "Come at me, Huckleberry.
I'm a Huckleberry.
Come at me, Huckleberry. Say when."
Now you know what that line actually means, right? In the movie Tombstone, when Doc Holliday, Val Kilmer says, "I'm your Huckleberry."
Huckleberry.
Actually, that's a different. Back then, the wood that the coffins were made of, that was a term for pallbearer, or yeah, basically your grave digger. So
I'm Digger.
when he says, "I'm your Huckleberry," basically, I'm going to be the one to send you to your grave.
No, you're not.
You know what's funny? Doc Holliday only killed about 3 people, and yet he was a well-rounded.
Yeah.
That people like burning mortgages and distributing the wealth.
Yeah, it was just the media that gave them a bad name. Oh no, connections done. Okay, it's fixed. But then you got things like the Roman Legion.
Roman Legion. I actually read something interesting that said after American independence, the United States military actually instituted the Roman legionary system for the formation of the army.
That explains why for a while we fought with shields.
Mm-hmm.
That explains why we fought with shields.
Yes, it's very interesting.
Actually, fun fact about the Roman Legion military tactics. And during a battle, during their testudo, a man would only fight for 1 minute and then be returned back into the testudo, and a fresh man would be sent out to fight for 1 minute. So it was a constant supply of fresh soldiers being sent into combat.
Mm-hmm. Good ideas.
I just want to know who's the guy who's like, guys, I got the best idea for the Roman Legion. But we will continue that in the next stream because I have to go to bed because I got to get up early tomorrow, take a shower, and do all that goodness. But with that being said, I'm going to say something y'all have not heard in a while. For all the liberators out there who are watching now and will be watching in the past and present and future, something about that sentence wasn't right, but I don't give a shit. There are a few channels I want to shout out, and I'm going to go lightning round with this one. Y'all ready for this? Jericho Cody HD Calibrate Corporate and that's the word to the address. Coming to D second United States Sharpshooters, Townsend, and definitely CNC. Go check them out. They're an amazing seller. They help us out a whole lot. They are definitely one of the grateful sellers. They also will sit down with you basically one-on-one. They do a chat if you want, and they will help you answer any questions that you will need or will ever want to know.
Yes.
How was that? Noah's trying to rickroll us. Well, that being said, do recommend the channel to your friends if they like history. I am always looking for fellow historians to talk to and possibly have new guests on the Civil War podcast, which will be returning next Wednesday. Matt, Bryce, check up on your history.
Yay!
And we are going to make an actual podcast with a subject and everything. I will be looking that up and full conversations with possible new discoveries being made about the Civil War. Maybe we can figure something out. Maybe we can't. We are nothing but young historians, so it can all be speculation. Probably someone in Harvard or Yale or one of the fancy schools has probably already figured it out, but we haven't, so it's new to us.
Yay!
With that being said, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Comment, I mean, you guys have been commenting all the time, so dab. I will see you boys later.